So Frank Robinson has challenged Brendan Donnelly, and now they will check Donnelly's glove for an illegal substance.
Yep, Frank Robinson, he was out there before Donnelly even came in. And he was talking to the home plate umpire, and he says, hey, look, ask some of your guys if you can't get together and go out there on the mound and just see Donnelly, see what he's got going. Give him a little strip search. So they look like they're going to confiscate the glove. Or they're going to just take it and spy on him themselves. So they got a little umpire huddle going, and they're inspecting Donnelly's glove right now. Don't see this very often. Talk about head games. That'll play head games with you.
And that is where it begins with Frank Robinson, because we have seen this in the past when he was a skipper in his days with the Cleveland Indians. In 14 years he has been a manager. He wants to get any single psychological edge that he can find.
You know, he's smart. Sometimes those eyelets there on the heel of the glove where you lace the lace, sometimes those are metal. And every once in a while, pitchers in the past would sometimes can fold that up, and it's a sharp edge, and you can cut the ball with it. I'm not saying that's what it is here, but I'm just telling you from my experience what they're looking for. They look for a lot of different stuff. Now Donnelly kind of feels naked out there without his glove.
That is the crew chief, Tim Tashida, who's also the home plate umpire.
So it'll be interesting to see if somebody down in that clubhouse is not running another glove up here in case they do confiscate it. Heck, Donnelly will need another glove.
I'm wondering if Mike Scoscia will protest this game if they don't allow Donnelly to pitch with his game glove, or if they throw Brendan out of the game. Donnelly twice on the road trip received a ball for going to his mouth when he was on the mound. And that was a manager trying to get into Brendan Donnelly's psyche, as it was Ozzie Guillen twice who was successful in getting a ball against Brendan Donnelly.
Mike's not happy about it. He's saying, you know what, this is pretty weak. This is weak.
They've got it. Donnelly's been thrown out of the game. Mike Scoscia just pointed to the bullpen, so the Angels have to get somebody ready.
So they'll take his glove and they'll take it back to the umpire's room, I'm sure, and send that to the league as evidence.
So the Angels lose one of their main weapons in a setup role for Scott Shields and Francisco Rodriguez.
So Donnelly took the ball and rolled it towards the Nationals dugout. There's Frank Robinson and Mike Scoscia having some words. Look at this. Mike's hot, so is everybody else. That's Mickey Hatcher.
Will Cordero is pulling Mickey Hatcher away from the pack. But Frank Robinson thought Brendan Donnelly, even before throwing a pitch, even before warming up, he wanted the umpires to check the glove.
And it's good that Frank's out of that. They pulled him out. Frank will be 70 soon. He didn't need to be in there.
That's the challenge right there. Jose Guillen is being pulled away, and that's not a good sign. His anger cost him the last 8 games of the season in 2004.
Well, if you ever want a payback, bench clearing brawl is the time to do it.
No, it's never a time to do it. I think Mike Scoscia just upset with Frank Robinson for challenging his pitcher without even throwing a warm-up pitch, and without seeing Donnelly ever in the past. Glad he's still smiling. This is the team he played for 2 years ago and was with from 1993 through 2003.
Well, so Mike will give Scott Shields the ball. I think Mike, he walked over to Frank and just said, "Hey, Frank, I think that was weak that you did that." And Frank probably said something, and then whenever two managers start having words, the players are going to stick up for their managers. They come out, bench is cleared, some words were said, and that's when a lot of stuff happens. Fortunately, no one else got kicked out.
Right now, Mike Scoscia knows the key is to get back in the game and to win the game and to beat the Nationals. The Angels have a 3-1 lead. They broke a 1-1 tie by scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning on a single by Erstad and a double by Guerrero. Guillen, in the mix-up, obviously heard some words that set him off, and he had to be pulled all the way to the Washington dugout by his teammate. Well, it didn't last long, though.
No, but you know what? Now Mike Scoscia's going to come out and...
No, they're going to check it a little bit more.
Yeah, he said, "You know what? That wasn't good enough. You guys spent the whole inning on my pitcher's glove. What's the deal?" Now here comes Frank Robinson out. Okay, Mike said the strings on his glove are too long. So the strings...
Yeah, look, he's asking for scissors.
Yeah, he's saying the strings are too long. It could affect, distract the batter. And they are a little bit long.
Getting in the last word. Now Frank Robinson is going after it. Frank already got his way. I don't know why he's getting after the umpires. They're basically doing their job.
Now he's talking to Mike Scoscia.
Well, he was also yelling at Tim Tashida.
Well, he's yelling past him to Mike. So these two guys are... I'm glad Mike's just staying in the dugout there. And Frank will be 70 soon. He doesn't need to be out there mixing anything up. But it's interesting how Mike Scoscia was telling Frank when they originally met on that first base line, he says, "I'm going to do the same thing to you." And that's exactly what he did.